Hello students, this is ABK chapter 10 video 1. Now I am going to start single entry system. Here you will learn introduction and meaning of single entry system, difference between single entry system and double entry system, and how to prepare accounting adjustments that you will study in this chapter. We have studied double entry system of sole trading concern in previous chapter. Now in this chapter we are going to learn single entry system of sole trading concern only. In ancient times there was no scientific method of recording business transactions. They were maintaining a record of business transactions by their traditional methods. Single entry system can be useful, suitable for small size business where the number of transactions are small. Single entry system is not a particular system of accounting, rather it is a double entry system in an incomplete and unscientific form. It is not a scientific and accurate system of accounting. Students, earlier you studied double entry accounting system, whichever is scientific and complete method of accounting. But at the same time it is costlier also. Why? Because it needed some training, education, how to maintain it. So it is costlier. And therefore, for small business organization, means whichever where number of transactions are less, business transactions are less. So for them, it is not possible to maintain accounts under double entry system. Okay, because whatever they will appoint trained in accounting, so it is costlier. And so this kind of business means small business organization use single entry accounting system. It is incomplete and unscientific method of accounting. Double entry system is complete and scientific method of accounting. It is incomplete. Incomplete means what? Under single entry system, cash book and personal accounts of debtors and creditors are prepared. Real and nominal accounts are not maintained in single entry system. There are no proper set of rules to be followed in single entry accounting system, and that's why it is incomplete and unscientific method. Meaning of single entry system: under this system, cash book and personal accounts of debtors and creditors are maintained. Real and nominal accounts are not maintained. Single entry system has no proper set of rules to be followed. Now see the definition. Kohler definition: a system of bookkeeping in which as a rule only records of cash and of personal accounts are maintained. It is always incomplete double entry varying with the circumstances. Now according to Carter, a method of variety of methods employed for the recording of transactions which ignores the twofold aspects and consequently fails to provide the businessman with the information necessary for him to be able to ascertain his financial position. Single entry system is a combination of single entry, double entry and no entry. Now, single entry system is suitable for the following reason. It is a very simple method of recording business transaction. Compared to double entry system, it is actually very simple method. Accounting records can easily be maintained since it does not require adequate skill and knowledge of principles of bookkeeping. It is less expensive as compared to double entry bookkeeping. Ascertainment of profit or loss is much easier. It is to small concern with limited number of transactions and very few assets and liabilities. It can be prepared easily in short period of time. Now see the what is difference between single entry system and double entry. Under this system, each transaction is not recorded with dual aspect. Now you know that dual aspect, how to give two effects, how to find out two sides. Under this system, each transaction is recorded in dual aspects. Under this system, personal accounts and cash accounts are maintained. Real and nominal accounts are not maintained. Under this system, personal, real and nominal accounts are maintained. Under single entry system, trial balance cannot be prepared because of incomplete information of accounting. Arithmetical accuracy of the accounting cannot be verified. Under double entry system, trial balance can be prepared. Therefore, arithmetical accuracy of the books of accounts is verified. Now see the profit. Under this system, profit and loss account is not prepared to find out the net profit or net loss. Under this system, profit and loss account is prepared to find out net profit or net loss. You know these all double entry system. Under this system, only statement of affairs instead of balance sheet. So statement of affair is prepared. Under this system, to find out correct financial position, balance sheet is prepared. Single entry system is only useful to small business concern and double entry is useful for all types of business organization. Single entry system does not follow any accounting rules, but double entry system follows accounting rules, accounting principles. The government authorities do not consider this system as authentic. The government authorities consider this system as authentic. Single entry system is less expensive because time and labor involved is less. Double entry system is expensive compared to single entry system. With the help of statement of affairs, we can understand the estimated financial position of the business. Balance sheet is prepared to give true and fair financial position of business. Now see preparation of opening and closing statement of affairs. We prepare opening and closing statement of affairs in single entry system instead of balance sheet. Okay. To find out the financial position of the business under single entry system, following statements are prepared. Opening statement of affairs, closing statement of affairs and statement of profit and or loss. Now statement of affairs means what? Statement of affairs is a statement of assets and liabilities. It is as good as balance sheet. Right hand side is used for recording assets and left hand side is used recording for liabilities. Statement of affairs is prepared under the single entry system in order to find out the amount of opening or closing capital of the business. The difference between the total of assets and total of liabilities is considered as the amount of capital. Now here what is given? Whatever difference between assets and liabilities means it is capital. In balance sheet, how we prepare balance sheet? That liabilities and asset, okay, that both should equal. But here assets minus liabilities is equal to capital. Opening statement of affairs. Opening statement of affairs is prepared to find out opening capital balance. Opening assets and opening liabilities are shown in the opening statement of affairs. If the total of the asset side is greater than the total of the liability side, it represents opening capital. See, opening capital is equal to opening assets minus opening liabilities. And closing statement of affairs means where it's prepared at the end of accounting year to find out the closing capital balance. Closing capital, closing assets and closing liabilities are shown in the closing statement of affairs. If the total of the asset side is greater than the total of liability side, it represents closing capital. Now single entry system, it is very important to find out opening capital and closing capital. Okay. Closing capital is equal to closing assets minus closing liabilities. See how to prepare statement of affairs. Left hand side liabilities, right hand side assets. How we prepare balance sheet? Same format, but only capital means balancing figure. Okay, balancing figure what will come? It will not automatically closed or tallied. We have to find out difference, and that difference means capital. That balancing figure means capital. Okay. Opening statement of affairs and closing statement of affairs can be prepared in the columnar form. Now see preparation of statement of profit or loss. A statement of profit or loss is to be prepared in order to find out the profit or loss made during the year. When books of accounts are maintained under single entry system, profit made during the year is calculated by the following methods. Two methods are there, net worth method and conversion method. But students, the second method is not included in the 11th standard syllabus, so it is not explained here. Net worth method. To ascertain profit of a business, trading account and profit and loss account are prepared. But under single entry system, it is not possible because of lack of adequate information. Therefore, under this system, profit is ascertained by preparing statement of profit or loss. After ascertaining capitals, they are compared with each other. If the closing capital is more than the opening capital, the difference is profit. And if the closing capital is less than the opening capital, the difference is loss. And that's why we have to find out opening capital and closing capital. Moreover, it is necessary to consider the other adjustments, that is additional capital, drawings, etc., to ascertain profit or loss. This profit or loss is further adjusted for depreciation, interest on capital, and provision for bad and doubtful debts to calculate net profit or net loss. See the format of statement of profit or loss. Students, here we prepare statement, not profit or loss account. Okay. So how to prepare statement? See the format in the books of statement of profit or loss for the year ended, particulars to amount column, closing capital or capital at the end of the year outer column, add drawings. Here drawing we have to add. In cash or in kind, we have to write here separate. Then less additional capital brought during the year. So we will get adjusted closing capital. Then less opening capital, we will get net profit or loss for the year. Okay, see the format properly. Now we will see additional information means adjustments. Already you studied adjustments in final account, so you know adjustment means what. Okay. Additional capital. During accounting year, amount of cash or asset of any kind brought by proprietor into the business is called additional capital or further capital. Additional capital is deducted from the closing capital in the statement of profit or loss. Now drawing also. Drawing we have to add in closing capital balance. Okay. Closing capital will be increased due to drawings during the accounting year. Now next, depreciation. Depreciation should be recorded in the statement of profit or loss. The amount of depreciation is charged against profit or loss and is to be deducted. Bad debts. The bad debts means not recovered from a debtors. Hence, it should be deducted in the statement of profit or loss. A reserve for doubtful debts. Reserve for doubtful debts is to be deducted in the statement of profit or loss. Now, undervaluation and overvaluation of assets and liabilities. To find out the correct profit or loss of the business, if the asset and liabilities are undervalued or overvalued, it is to be adjusted properly. If undervaluation of asset means in the books of accounts value of asset is undervalued, means if it's less than proper value means undervalued, so that the asset should be increased by the amount of undervaluation. If less than proper value, then we have to find out whatever proper value and we have to increase it, so it will add in profit or loss. Okay, to bring it to proper value. Undervaluation means lower capital which required to be adjusted and it is added in statement of profit or loss. Overvaluation of asset. Now if it is overvalued, means if it is more than proper value, then we have to deduct in profit and loss. Undervaluation of liabilities, means liabilities are recorded as lesser amount which is to be adjusted. It is deducted from statement of profit or loss. And overvaluation added, we have to add in the statement of profit or loss. Now next, interest on loan. The amount borrowed by the business is called as loan. Interest on loan is the expenditure to the business, hence it is to be deducted in statement of profit or loss. Interest on capital is to be calculated on opening capital. We have to calculate interest on capital on opening capital and additional capital also, but which is utilized by the business. Interest on capital is expenditure to the business, hence it is to be deducted from the statement of profit or loss. Means expenses we have to deduct and income we have to add. If opening capital as on 31st March 2017 is 1,50,000, additional capital introduced in the business on 1st October 40,000, and suppose rate of capital interest on capital 10%. So on 1,50,000, see 1,50,000 we have to use, we have to calculate for 1 year, and 40,000 we have to calculate for 6 months. So what is the total? That is interest on capital. Okay. Now next, interest on drawing. It is the income. Interest on drawing income, interest on capital expenses. So interest on drawing we have to add in statement of profit or loss. If the date of drawing is not given and the rate of interest is given, then interest on drawing is to be calculated for 6 months. Okay. Outstanding and unpaid expenses. The expenses due but not paid during the year are known as outstanding expenses. It is to be deducted in statement of profit or loss. Prepaid expenses or expenses paid in advance, unexpired expenses. In the business, certain expenses are paid in advance which are known as prepaid expenses. Such expenses are not related with current year. Hence, it is added in statement of profit or loss. The consolidated effect of the above adjustments can be seen at a glance in the following statement of profit or loss. Now students, very important, in this chapter you should know how to prepare statement of affairs and how to prepare statement of profit or loss. Now see here, first see the format, particulars, amount in rupees, amount in rupees. First closing capital will come, add drawings, less additional capital, we will get adjusted closing capital, then less opening capital, so we will get profit before adjustments. Now we have to add income, all income, interest on drawing, interest on investment, prepaid expenses, outstanding income, undervaluation of asset, increase in the value of asset, overvaluation of liabilities we have to add. Okay, and we have to less all expenses whatever given in the problem, that income we have to add and expenses we have to less. Okay, so after that expenses, students, here we will get net profit or net loss during the accounting year. So students, please refer textbook. Here what you have to, in final account we have to prepare trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet. In single entry system we have to prepare statement of affairs and then statement of profit or loss. Okay, thank you.